Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another episode of Sports and Hoops Talk for Days. I'm your boy Omar, also go by the name of O Izzy, so just call me O Izzy. Man, appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. Man, on this episode, I'd like to be talking about, the landscape of the NFL running back market, some hoops talk, Spence and Crawford. This Saturday, it's going down. Who y'all got? Who do I got? What's going to happen? Is this the best fight that we've seen in years? I think so. I really do. But yeah, man, I'm just going to go right into it about what I've been seeing with the NFL market. Uh, I've been looking at Saquon Barkley and him not getting his bag, and kind of has a lot of red flag and questions of why he's not getting his bag. I don't know. Y'all tell me, because I watch NFL during the NFC East, and I'm a Cowboy fan, so I'll be watching. Saquon is a pivotal piece in the Giants puzzle. I feel like they use him out of the backfield. They use him as a receiver. He's a really good blocker. He's a speedy back. Gets in between the tackles. Does it all. I don't know why it's a big deal to pay him. Maybe it's Zeke, man. I don't know. Maybe when Zeke was doing the 4 or 5 year stretch of beasting, and then he touched that Cabo sand, and then he kicked it, and he was probably sipping some margaritas or something. I don't know what he was sipping on, feeling good, got the bag cooled off, and the NFL owners cooled off, because we have not seen running backs really get paid like that ever since that. So I'm not really sure, but Josh Jacobs, he's not having it with Vegas Raiders. Saquon, I think Chubb and Henry and them guys, I don't know if they got paid, but it's not nothing near where the quarterback market is. I think Daniel Jones is getting like 40 M's. Damn. Daniel Jones getting like 40 M's? I think so, man. I think he is getting somewhere around that, if he's not getting exactly that a year. I just think the quarterback market is crazy, and they deserve it. I'm not hating on anybody getting their bag. Shout out to them. But the NFL's running backs are kind of getting done a little dirty, man. I really, really do feel like they are getting done a little dirty, because, you still use them. Like, if you didn't use them, I'd say cool. But, screens and blocks and running and this and that. And then after the year, you tell them, good season, appreciate all you've done. I don't think the Giants have made it that far in a while, and they had a really good season. They had a really good season with Saquon and Daniel Jones and with that coach, Dayball. So, man, stop playing with those guys, man. And really, I'm not saying throw a crazy amount at them, but, they deserve more. I think he's at 10. He wants 15. Come on with it. Come on with it. That's all I'm saying. Because you still need them to win games. Not everybody has Patrick Mahomes, bro. Not everybody has Patrick Mahomes. Y'all need to stop with all of this acting like the quarterbacks are just that great and like really just like on his level, or Aaron Rodgers level, or when Brady was playing in the league. Just stop, man. These quarterbacks are really average. As the young kids say, they're mid, and they really are. Let's just come on, man. Come on. Let's not act like these quarterbacks are all great. You only got about 5, 6 of them, and I can name them like this that are really like that: Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Like, what I'm saying? Herbert's good. These guys are really good quarterbacks. But other than that, there's that other tier, that Dak Prescott tier, that Daniel. I don't know about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is alright. He's cool, but he's not like that. I haven't seen it. He did improve last year, so I'm not gonna be, I'm not just gonna, just go off on that man like that. He proved he was a good quarterback in the league. But like I said, there's not a lot of Patrick Mahomes to where you don't need to run the ball. You need to run the ball. You need to use these backs, and they're great backs. These aren't like just your average running backs. We're talking about Saquon Barkley. We're talking about Dalvin Cook. We're talking about Josh Jacobs. We're talking about Derrick Henry. We're talking about Tony Pollard. Come on, man. Tony Pollard, he had a great season. He's young. I mean, you're going to end up using him like you wanted to use Zeke. So stop playing like they're not worth it. And, I mean, like I said, I'm not an owner. I'm not a coach. I'm just for people getting what they deserve. And like I said, that's on them to change that as far as the owners or whatever. But, it's a copycat league. So if that market is down, there's not going to be anybody that just throws a bag at them to change it. It's going to have to be slowly for that to change. So, like I said, we will see. Hopefully, they get what they deserve. And I mean, y'all see what I see, right? Y'all are watching. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to transition to soccer. We talking a little bit of soccer. We talking a little bit of Lionel Messi. That boy right there said, hold up. I'm going from Paris, Barcelona, Paris, PSG. I'm going to make that transition to the States and hit the MIA, which I feel. Listen, man. Listen. If anybody feels you, Messi, I feel you, bro. Miami is where it's at, and you Messi. Boy, you made a good decision with that. I like that, and I know you're getting a bag, and I heard you're getting shares of companies, and they throwing people at you. Boy, you probably got females out there throwing Gatorade and water at you. You know what I'm saying? You like that, and the first game was impressive. I mean, he free kicked it into the game winner. I don't think we've ever seen nothing like that. We've seen Beckham and Thierry Henry, and we've seen great players come to the States. Rooney, I think, did that. But I don't think we've seen nobody like Messi. Messi got like GOAT status. He and take it from us, this is just I'm a basketball guy and football, but I do watch soccer. I mean, we put him in the category of like LeBron and MJ, and he's GOAT status where he's not GOAT status where he don't have no game left. So I feel like that was a great move for the MLS to get Messi, because I feel like all eyes are gonna, be attracted to that and watch that and just really be interested in the ratings are going to go through the roof. I think every time he plays, he's just going to draw better attention and open up more doors for the next great players that are in soccer that are playing in Europe or wherever wherever other countries that they're playing in that are great players. And I mean, you got the Saudi league that Cristiano went to, and I feel like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I feel like they're throwing crazy money. So for me to even say don't go there would be crazy. But I just feel like the States, like Miami, he went to Miami. I forgot the actual team. I'm sorry about that, but I know he's in Miami, and he's on that MLS team. But I just feel like it has more of an attraction right now, and I feel like in this times with these kids, because the younger generation, they're really taking that in, and even maybe the young generation in Europe, they're gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in to what Messi and what other great players are gonna end up doing if they come to the States. So shout out to Messi for that. I love the move. I love you in Miami, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, I done went to Miami a couple times, and I had a really good time, brother. So I could definitely see you balling out there and kicking it there. It's a good look, bro. Keep it up, and I'm going to be watching. Another another thing that I saw was that I think I might have saw it on Instagram. When I was scrolling, I saw Steph mention his top 5 players of all time, and I was interested because it's Steph Curry, bro. He might be top 5 all time. He might be top 10 all time. So I definitely wanted to see what he said because I never heard him say a top 5. I think he went with at his point he went with Magic. At his 2 he went with Mike, and when I say Mike, I'm talking about Michael Jordan. The one and only Michael Jordan. Listen, man, I'm in my 30s, so if you're in your 30s and you don't hype up MJ and you claim you watch basketball, just don't claim it no more. Hang it up, because MJ's on GOAT status. And then the 3rd, he had Kobe. Dog. Great choice. He put Mike at 2, Kobe at 3, Tim Duncan at 4, and the Diesel at 5. Man, I was really thinking about it. I'm not going to go back to like when my grandmama hooped and stuff, but I do respect, like, you know what I'm saying? She never hooped. I was just kidding. I know y'all can take a joke. But I'm not going to disrespect the greats like, Russell and all them, man, but I just never really got to see them like how those 5 players he mentioned, I did get to see. MJ and Magic not as much, but I saw all the highlights and all the games reran, and I watched them all again. So I really like his top 5. I really, really do. I mean, Magic Johnson, I always said he's the greatest point guard. He's got 5 ships. You could say Isaiah's another great one, but Magic won 5, man. He really, really was a beast, you know what I'm saying? That rookie season he had where Kareem got hurt and he had like 40-something and a triple-double and went crazy. I know y'all know about it. If not, YouTube it and Google it. He was playing against 76ers. That was basically Magic solidified. He's just one of them ones. I mean, his height, the way he could pass the ball, his vision, the way he, found his teammates. He could also score it if he needed to, post you up. He threw hook shots in there in clutch time against the Celtics. Magic was like that. So I like that. MJ, whew, man, do we really need to say MJ? I mean, you know what I'm saying? MJ was in my eyes, he's the greatest ever. 6 ships, MVPs, finals, clutch. He was a dog. He had the it factor. Come on, man. Mike. Kobe dog. Of course, he was like MJ's heir apparent. Everything Mike had, he had. He probably enhanced what Mike had in his bag and, like, elevated that. That's how good Kobe was. So I know y'all know about Kobe. I like that choice. Tim Duncan, so fundamentally sound, was also, he won, I think, 5 ships. He did win 5 championships. He's a legend. I like him. I think I got him as the greatest 4 of all time. So if I got him at the greatest 4 of all time, then you got to put him in there. Shout out to KG. Love KG's game. Shout out to Dirk. Love Dirk. Shout out to like a lot of other great 4s like Mikhail and all those guys. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of cold 4s, but Duncan was probably the greatest 4. So I gotta stay with that one. I like that. And then 5, you got the Diesel. You got Shaq Diesel. Can you really go wrong? I mean, he was the most dominant player of all time. And so Steph probably saw that firsthand. I was like, yeah, Shaq, top 5. Yeah, there's also a lot of other great centers. I know. Kareem, Hakeem. Yes, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. I know. I'm very aware, but that's his top 5, bro. My top 5, I like the MJ, the Kobe, and the Magic. I don't know about Duncan and Shaq. I'm not too sure, man. Maybe I might put Wilt in there. I don't know. And then as far as, there's a lot of great players. There is a lot of great players, so I'm not sure. You got Bird, and then like I said, Russell and and a lot of those great players. But that's his top 5, so I'm not going to argue it. I'll probably end up rolling with his top 5 and say, put them against anybody and they win. I didn't mention Braun. My bad. I got to mention LeBron in the top 5. I don't know if Steph didn't want to mention that because he's still playing. But I think when it's all said and done, LeBron's in the top 5. So shout out to Tim Duncan. But I got to get you out of there for that one, my G, and put Braun in there. And I don't know. I might roll with Shaq. I'm putting Braun at the 4 because he's just a unicorn. You can put him anywhere and he's gonna thrive. So I'm not sure about Shaq, but you know what? We'll just ride with Shaq. You know, shout out to Hakeem though. Love Hakeem, but yeah. He said top 5 players. You know, we're not talking about top 5 passers or top 5 scorers. Because if you put top 5 scorers, you got to put Will. You got to put AI. You know, he said top 5 of all time. That means they won championships. They were great teammates. They were leaders. They were clutch. They were this, that, and the third. So shout out to Steph, man. You probably in the top 10. Changed the game forever. One of these episodes, I'll do my top 10, and I'll ask y'all how y'all feel. And y'all can help me out with what y'all think, and we can go from there, man. But shout out to Steph for sure. Switching topics to the boy James Harden. Where's James Harden gonna go, man? I mean, he's played with Philly, and it seems like Harden is always right there. Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals with big Sixers. But then something happens where he don't get it done. And I think it's time for him to get it done because he's got to step it up, man. I don't know. I love his game. He's a great passer now. He was a great scorer about 3, 4, 5 years ago. I mean, he was going to drop 30 on your head in his sleep. But I don't feel like James Harden can give you 30 like that no more. I watched a lot of James Harden this past year, and his 30 was a struggling 30. It was that old man in the park 30. It was that smoking a square while I'm hooping 30. It wasn't like, bam, like how I was watching Harden play. It wasn't like how he was with Houston. So I know he wants out of Philly and everything. He said something about the Clippers. If he wants to go to the Clippers and they want him, that'd be good. But Harden, I don't know, bro. You playing with Joel Embiid, who was the MVP. He was dropping 40. He was getting 20 rebounds. You got Maxey, and y'all still didn't get it done, bro. So as much as he's a great player, and I love James Harden, he's a lefty. I'm a lefty, so I'm always gonna have love for my lefties. But bro, at some point in time, you got to get wins, bro. And you got to be the one that does it, that carries your team. Because if not, then we just got to look at you. We got to look at you. Are you going to get it done or what? But anyways, I hope you land somewhere where you feel like, where you feel like you can win and still beast up, though, bro. We're still going to need 25. I think his career average is 24.7, 10, and 6 or something. Something like that. He's obviously lately been getting in the 11 assists a year for the year. But I just feel like, bro, the assists are cool. But when the playoffs come and they slow down and they got Embiid, 2, 3 on Embiid, and they come rotate to you, he had glimpses where he dropped 40 on Celtics and stuff like that. But it needs to be more consistent. And James, I don't know if he could do it no more, bro. I just don't know. If he proves me wrong, I'll be happy for him. But I haven't seen it. So we'll see. We'll see, man. And if y'all have thoughts or ideas about that, please let me know. Because I only go off of what I see. And I know y'all are watching what I'm watching. So it's kind of probably hard to disagree. But hey, y'all tell me. Shout out to James, though. This weekend, Saturday, we got that boy Spence versus that boy Crawford, man. That's going to be a great, great fight. We finally got the fight that we want, and I am excited. I'm not a boxing 101 expert, so I'm not going to talk y'all to death about you know, the X's and O's or the who's gonna punch who and what round. I'm just excited to see a fight that we got two people that are still in their prime that we could catch, because we didn't catch Mayweather and Pacquiao at their prime. It was late, and a lot of the other fights that we used to catch, Mike Tyson's and Muhammad Ali's with Frazier, the Sugar Ray Leonard's and Hagler and all those was before my time. So other than, you know, I caught a little bit of Tyson. But I'm excited, man. We got Dallas's own Errol Spence against Crawford, Omaha, Nebraska's finest. I don't know, you know, who's going to win. My money's on Spence. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't put no money on it, so I'm just telling y'all that. But I think Errol's going to get him. I think Errol, from what my eye test tells me, Errol just is more sound all the way around. I could be wrong, and look back at this video. Y'all can laugh at me. All good. Crawford's a dog. Not taking nothing away from him. But I just feel like Errol's more technically sound. I feel like Errol got everything. He has the punching power. He can dodge punches. He has the hook, the uppercut. He can get right up with you and fight, like boom boom, and get away. Like, we'll see, but I think in a close match, I got Spence. But I'm excited to see it and excited to talk about what I see on maybe the next episode, hopefully. So. Yes, man. That's really what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I'll be trying to get one of these out once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, just depending on, you know, if something that's worth talking about. But I am excited about this journey, and I am excited that y'all even made it this far to listen. And if y'all did make it this far, I really, really, really appreciate it. And if y'all didn't and just tapped in for 2 seconds, I appreciate that too. Because it takes time to just tap in for 2-3 seconds. So, shout out to y'all. I go by the name of Izzy. It's a wrap for this episode, and I'm out. Yeah.